Hi everyone, Crystal here, and it is Monday, January 30th. One more day left in the month, and this video is going to kick off my Motherhood Monday series. And I wanted to talk about, I guess, raising confident kids or speaking life over your kids. But I think you'll see the title. You have seen the title by now, but more about raising confident children. Now, this is something that is very important to me because I guess how I was not raised to be a confident kid and to believe in myself and my capabilities and to believe in what I can do or what I want to do. I just didn't have parents like that, really spoke life into me and just raised me to be confident. Not saying that it's bad, because my parents were definitely not bad people. It was just they didn't do much of that. It was more of do what we're telling you to do, which I think probably most millennial parents like me probably have experienced that. So I just want to talk about that a little bit. My husband and I have really been working on raising our children to be confident, and it's not easy, but it is easy. But I guess I'll share a few tips and then a little story that just happened recently with my son, actually last week, I believe Thursday. My husband and I got home, and my son major is 6, by the way, and he told us that the boy that sits on the bus with him was hitting him in the face, like pretty much bullying him. And he told me he didn't do anything or hit him back or tell because he didn't want to get in trouble. And it kind of hurt my heart because then it's like my husband and I, it's like that switch flipped on within us, like, you don't want any kid to be hitting your kids on the bus, and especially when you know that your kid didn't defend himself because he didn't want to get in trouble. My son Major has a very soft and humbling heart, and he's such a good kid. Say hello. She got a boogery nose. Say hey. He's such a humble child, and it really hurt our hearts to know that he didn't want to hit back because he didn't want to get in trouble, which is good, but it's bad because we don't want him to be that kid where, he gets bullied. That has been happening a lot, where kids are committing suicide or, just doing different things because of bullying. And I noticed, a lot of things started to go through my mind. Like I started connecting the dots with different things, and I pay attention to all of my children's emotions and their feelings and how they do things. And with Major, even though he's a very good and calm kid, when he gets angry enough, there's some type of switch that comes on. And I noticed that some days when he come home from school, he would talk very mean to his little sister, Cadence. And, after that happened on Thursday, it made me realize that was one reason why he probably comes home and lets his anger out on his sisters. Because maybe something happened at school where, he feels like he has no control. He's not confident enough to speak up about things, so he'll come home and he'll let it out through anger when he gets home. So we had a talk with him, and we realized that we have to pay more attention to their feelings and their emotions and raise them to be confident in who they are and to speak up, because it's important to instill this in them as children, so when they become teenagers and adults, they can go through life with one thing in their mind. So we had a talk with him, and we let him know that it was okay to hit him back. Like he said, the boy was like in his head. So we let him know that you're defending yourself. And if you get in trouble, you have a good reason why, because you were defending yourself. And that's a part of being confident. Also, we realized that we have to talk to him more and ask questions about his day. Let him know that we care about his day and how he felt and what happened throughout the day. And maybe if there was something bad that happened, we can talk about it and kind of come up with a solution. I ask him what he thinks the solution should be. Those are the type of things that we're doing, because how I was raised, you know, my parents never asked me how I felt. How am I feeling? What's on my mind? Or what am I dealing with right now? Or they never asked me anything like that. So I felt like my teenage years, like my childhood, was tough emotionally because of that. I think if I had more encouragement and, you know, feeling like they cared in that way, I probably would have taken a different approach, I guess, once I got into my adult life. Because, you know, it affects the way that you make decisions, you know. It's a lot of different things, and maybe I'll get deeper into this kind of confidence thing as I go along. But it is very important to raise confident kids, no matter how young they are. I mean, even my little 4-month-old right here, you know, I talk to her and I let her know that, you know, you are God's child and you are supposed to be what God wants you to be and not who mommy and daddy want you to be. And we lead by example, because we let them know that God is first, and then we also pay attention to what we do, what we say, how we're talking, even to each other. Like my husband and I, we pay attention to how we talk to each other. We show confidence within ourselves, and we have to lead by example, and then we can tell them to do this or do that. But sometimes I feel like if you're not doing it, not saying that you can't teach it, because that's how I was raised. My parents told me to do a lot of things that they didn't do, and they put the pressure on you because they didn't fulfill things that they wanted to do in their lives. So that's pressure that they put on you to live how they want you to live, and that's not how life is supposed to be. Your children are supposed to live confidently in who they are, not confidently in who I want them to be. And that's definitely not what I want for my kids. So I let them know that it's okay to show your feelings. It's okay to really tell me how you feel, even if I do be like, all right, now, you better watch it. You have to let them express themselves, and that's how they'll learn how to deal with people. It's a mental and emotional thing. So that's what I'm going through right now. Just in the society that we live in, it's very important to pay attention to the little things, things that you would think should not be an issue, I guess, but it is. Our kids are exposed to a lot of things these days, a lot more things than what we were exposed to at 3, 4, 5 years old, 6 years old. They have access to all the technology. They can see everything. Their eyes are open to everything that, you know, our parents would have kept us away from when we were young. And these things get embedded in their minds, and it makes them go in a way that they shouldn't go, or make them think a way that they shouldn't think. The pressure that society puts on, you know, young people today is horrible. You know, you're pressured to be like everybody else, and that's not what it's supposed to be like. So we're instilling in our children to be themselves, and it starts with us. It starts within the home, and raising them confidently to know who they are, to believe in who they are. And if they feel some type of way, it's okay to be open and express yourself, because growing up, I was pretty much taught not to be open about my feelings because I couldn't be with my parents. So because I couldn't be in my own household, especially as the only child, I felt I couldn't be transparent or authentic or real with anybody else outside of my household. So I would say yes to things that I know I shouldn't say yeah to. I would say no to things that I know that I should say yes to. It goes back and forth. It's the decisions that you make, and it starts at home. So if me and my husband are like not leading by example and doing things we know we don't want to do, we're saying yes to things, we're talking negative and all this stuff, our children are going to pick that up, and they're going to act that same way outside of the household. So it's important to raise confident children, no matter the circumstance, no matter where you are in your life. You may not be where you want to be as parents. Like my husband and I, we have issues, but we don't let it be. At one point, it was showing and we didn't even realize it. But now we realize that it's important to discuss things like appropriately, I guess, and just, expose certain things when it needs to be exposed, because my son is at an age where he understands a lot of things. So we pick and choose what to talk to him about, and we wait for certain things. But we definitely seek God in our parenting, and I definitely ask God to just give me the wisdom to raise my children and to be who he wants them to be. And it's important as parents and as a mother and father to make sure that you're positioning yourself to be used by God, because what you do and the decisions you make and the direction you take could affect the purpose that is on your children's life. So you have to pay attention to every little thing. What? Lilu, I'm in here. Here comes the little one. This one right here is a very confident child. She has no problem with expressing herself. Come here, Mama. Hey, what's wrong?
My pillow's stuck.
His pillow's stuck?
No, him balloon.
Him balloon?
Yeah, him one balloon.
Say hello.
Hello.
You're not showing your face. Show your face. Say hello. They can't see your mouth.
They can see my mouth.
Well, now they can see your mouth. And especially with me having girls, I'm doing a video, Mama. Especially with me having girls, it's so important for me to have like the right mother-daughter relationship with them, and to be there for them so they can become the women that they need to be, and be able to stand firm. Okay, they don't want to see us here, and be able to stand firm in this world. So it's kind of where I am with raising confident children. I clipped out this thing. It's crazy because I clipped out this thing. You can't see it because the light is going to shine, but it's a clip from a magazine, and I forget what magazine I clipped it out of. I was making a vision board, but the question was, how do I raise a more confident child? And it has a few things on here, saying some things that they can do. So this one is, which I did this, we did all of these, but it says tell true stories starring your family. And it's really saying, making a point of sharing tales of times you overcame obstacles. So when my son had the incident of being bullied on the bus, I told him about, some stories about me when I was young, with people in the neighborhood that used to bully me. I wasn't getting hit or anything, but I used to get called names and stuff like that. And I let him know how I handled it. Excuse me. I let him know how I handled it. And if the way I handled it wasn't right, I let him know that you don't handle it that way, you handle it a different way. So that is something that we do. We tell stories about when we were younger, and he finds them to be interesting. So the next thing is let your kid pick the restaurant. We do that a lot. Like, we ask them what they want to eat. If we go places, we ask them where they want to go. We pretty much do what they want to do. Like, we don't force them to go do things they don't want to do where they'll enjoy their time. Would you get off her? Leave her alone. Like going to the park or Chuck E. Cheese or going outside. Like, we let them choose, and especially what they want to eat. Even though I would love for my kids to be veggie eating, nom 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 kids, they don't. They like corn dogs and pizza. And I let them eat what they want. from time to time. That's raising a confident kid as well.
Another
thing is, yeah, chicken nuggets too. Another thing is ask these 3 quick questions. And what was the best part of your day? What was the worst part of your day? And how did you find your way out of the worst part? So we did that. And we find that it's good bonding time for us. And also he's able to express himself. And we get him to think, like a critical thinking type of session. So we really enjoy doing that. Another one is say good work before the test. So we let him know that he does a great job regardless. Like right here it says getting straight A's doesn't build confidence, which is true because my son is getting report cards. He's in kindergarten. He's getting report cards, but I don't even explain it to him because he doesn't know what's going on. And I don't want to explain report cards to him because that's another added pressure of society, I guess. My son does good. He's gotten his 2nd or 3rd report card so far, and he has no clue what it's about. So me and Dad look at it and we discuss it, and that's that. We don't even explain it to him. He just knows he has this blue piece of paper in his agenda, and he gives it to us. He does good regardless without the added pressure of making good grades. Now, if it was a different way around, we would be explaining it to him, but he's a really good kid, so we don't feel like he needs to know what a report card is right now. So we tell him good work on everything he does, even if he felt like he didn't do good.
I have spit in her nose.
Okay. Yeah, she has a cold. So that's my chat. That's my chat. Oh, you got boogies. Oh, we gotta wipe the nose.
Ew.
My girls. My girls. I can't see your face. Put your face in the camera. Okay. So that's about it from now. I didn't really want to make this really chatty, but I'll do another video to kind of really break down what it is that I am doing, maybe like one step, 2 step, 3 step. But I hope you found this video interesting. And if you're feeling like that's something that you're lacking in your parenting and with your children, you should really consider raising your children to be confident. And it starts with you and being confident in who you are. Because if you're not confident in who you are, you're going to like bring that out on your kids. Like it's going to show. So, yeah, there's going to be a part 2 to this. So until next time, remember to glow and remember to affirm yourself, especially as mom. You can't pour from an empty cup because if mom's not happy, probably nobody else is going to be happy. So until next time, thank you for watching my first Motherhood Monday video. And I felt that this was a really good topic. If you've made it this far, I thank you for listening. If you have any comments that anything you would like to add to this, please do so in the comments below, and you can follow me on Instagram at The Mommy Glow Up, and I would love to hear your comments there. Also on Facebook, I'm going to get my Facebook page up and running. So, but for now, you could go to my Instagram page and follow me there and comment. I really like to know what you think as a mom and just what are you doing to raise your kids confidently. Let me know. I'm interested because I'm willing to try whatever it takes to raise my kids to be who they're supposed to be with God's direction, of course. So until next time, I'll see you guys.